Welcome back to the channel. My name is Emory. This channel is dedicated to helping you get better at backpacking. So if you're into that kind of thing, consider sticking around, subscribing, check back on the channel for future videos. Today we're talking about navigating the PCT and other long trails. There's quite a few of them, and the easiest way to do so. For anything that I mentioned in this video that has a link, the backpacking course, the podcast, and the website, there are links in the video description to all of that stuff, so be sure to check those out. Okay, let's talk about navigating the PCT and other long trails. I did not know that this software was available when I was gearing up to go to the PCT. I used it on the PCT and it is absolutely amazing. It was previously known as Guthooks, and I think they call it now FarOut. This is a recent switch. This is October of 2021. So it's called FarOut now, previously Guthooks. But basically, Guthooks is really freaking awesome. It helps with planning. It's kind of like a guidebook and a navigation tool for your phone as an app. It is so helpful, and I kind of just want to tell you why it's helpful and the use case for it, so that if you are planning a long distance hike or maybe a section hike on any of these long distance trails, go to FarOut and check to see if the trail that you're hiking is listed. And if it is, spend the money, buy the app, download it to your phone, and enjoy it because it's really, really awesome. So the main feature of the app is navigation. So how this works is you download the app to your phone and it gives you a bunch of information on the trail, specifically little GPS coordinates that are super, super tight together. And the reason why they're like that is because someone had a tracker and actually hiked that trail or section of the trail to gather the data. And where that comes in handy is accuracy with mileage. So on a regular mapping software, the GPS waypoints aren't exactly close together. And if you've ever looked at like a map versus a GPS coordinate, sometimes the lines don't really match up. Well, FarOut, previously Guthooks, is different in that the GPS tracker is tracking really close waypoints. That helps out immensely. So wherever you're at on the trail, you turn on your phone, you open your map, and you wait for the GPS signal, and it tells you where you're at. And then you can kind of like look ahead to find out where things are at, say a campsite or some water or a bend in a trail or a viewpoint, whatever it might be. It'll tell you exactly how far you are from that waypoint. And that takes the planning out of the equation and just makes things so much easier. So for example, one of the benefits here is water, knowing where water crossings are at or various resources, okay? You don't want to carry more than you have to. So you open your app, you look, oh, there's a water source in 3 miles. I don't need to carry 5 liters of water. And I can learn more about that water source because it's a community-driven app. So people can leave notes on that water source. So let's say you're hiking and someone was at that water source a few days earlier, or maybe even a day earlier or a week earlier. They can leave notes in the app saying there was awesome flow or this water's gone. So you can plan a little better going forward down the trail. Another great tool is campsites, knowing what campsites are available. So maybe it's a campsite for one person, or maybe it's a campsite for 5 people or many people. Whatever it is, the information is there so you can plan accordingly. I remember when I was on the PCT, we would kind of open our app at the end of the day or the beginning of the day and be like, how far to the next resource or campsite? And we would plan our day accordingly. If you do that a number of days in advance, you can be like, okay, cool, it's 40 miles or it's 100 miles, whatever it might be, and I have these resources between me and that. Oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna go about doing this. Instead of having to just go on a map and hoping that that blue line on the map is accurate, and sometimes it is not. Learned that the hard way. The other great thing is that besides navigation, it's kind of like a guidebook. By that, I mean, when you get to a trail crossing or a road crossing, there's information, there's these little waypoints that you can kind of look at to be like, this is a grocery store, here's some information on the town. It just helps with planning. I can't say enough good things about it. I think by now you get the idea of what the app is. It is incredibly powerful. I would highly suggest spending the money on the trail or the app, whatever whatever trail you're hiking, if it's available, download it and use it. It is well worth the money. I think for what they offer, it's very affordable. It depends on the trail. So the PCT is going to be more expensive because it has more data in it. A shorter trail, probably not so expensive, and it's definitely worth the money. So be sure to check it out. One last thought. I remember when I got back from the trail and I went on a backpacking trip, I was like, wow, I really miss how usable and friendly and powerful the now FarOut application is. So yeah, there are links in the description of the video if you want to check out FarOut and what they're up to. Again, they were previously known as Guthooks. Also, be sure to check out the links to the backpacking course, the podcast, and the website. The backpacking course is for beginner backpackers or intermediate. If you're just trying to boost up your level, you're into backpacking, and you want to learn a lot more about it quicker, 60 video tutorials detailing the whole process. So be sure to check that out. If you're headed out on an adventure anytime soon, be safe, make great decisions, and we'll see you next time.